By the end of this video, you'll have the 5 essential skills to look like a pro at the roller skating rink. No more looking like a newborn baby deer. At Skate Shot Studios, we've actually helped over 800 roller skaters master these exact techniques, and now it's your turn. So here's my promise to you for this video. By the end of this video, you're gonna learn basic skate posture, how to fall, how to not fall, how to get back up, how to skate forward, how to cross over, how to skate backwards, how to turn around, and how to stop without toe plugs on your roller skate. All of these moves put together is going to have you looking smooth and confident, so you're ready to show off the next time you go out roller skating with a group of friends. We're also going to talk about getting your own skates, what skates to get, what skates to not get, and where you can shop for them. Because if you are out here trying to learn all of this and some doo-doo brownies, and you out here in rental skates, life is going to be hard. All right, so you got to get your own skates, and you definitely don't want to be that person holding on to the wall, trying to hang on for dear life, or using one of those PVC walkers. Definitely don't want to be one of those. And everything you're about to learn in this video are the fundamental skills that we teach in person and online. In person here at Skate Shot Studios in North Kansas City, as well as in our online roller skating community / school that has our course material teaching all of these things completely for free. So if you're interested in learning more about those things, link is in the description, and let's get into it. All right, let's take it from the top. Basic skate posture. This is going to be your go-to posture and position for your body whenever you're trying to learn new things on these roller skates, especially as a beginner and you don't quite have the stability and balance yet. All right, so it's going to be feet shoulder width apart. Knees are slightly bent, meaning you have to drop your hips. It's not just this, right? So drop your hips, lean slightly forward. So I'm going to turn to the side here so you can see, lean slightly forward. Have your hands at the ready and your head is up, not staring down at your feet, okay? Once you're here, the goal is, and let's say you're on some carpet or grass or somewhere that's not a hard floor where you would roll away. I just want you to step side to side like this. You shift your body weight to one side and then you lift up that foot and you rock side to side like this. This is the bare basics of getting used to the feeling of wheels underneath your feet. All right, once you start to feel good about this, you can aim your feet out in a V fashion, in a V shape, and then start to step. And then you'll notice, if I turn this way, you'll notice I'm doing the same rocking motion side to side. I'm not walking. But what happens is I start to roll. All right, this is gonna be step 1 in achieving your basic roller skating stride. All right, so feet go out, and I literally only pick my feet straight up and down side to side. I'm not walking like this across the floor, okay? So you go just like this, aim your feet out, and you start rolling. That's the basics of how to get your first stride on roller skates, all right? Now, as we start to roll on these roller skates, if you feel like you're gonna fall, I want you to think, oh no, get low, all right? You need to drop your waist even further, get closer to the ground. This does a few things. Lowering your center of gravity can often help you regain your balance. And number 2, you're closer to the ground so that when you hit it, it doesn't hurt as much, okay? So, oh no, get low, all right? Bend your knees and get closer to the ground. Reach for the ground. Use those pads if you've got protective gear, all right? It's always good to practice with protective gear. I know it's not the cutest thing. Practice with protective gear keeps your body able, all right? Oh no, get low. If you feel like you're gonna lose your balance, try to avoid bending at the waist like this, because if I lose my balance and I go like this, then you already see how that one's gonna end, what direction all my momentum is going, and then you end up falling, hurting your tailbone, breaking a leg, shattering an elbow, whatever, all right? So we wanna avoid that because hitting the ground unexpectedly is no bueno, all right? So step 1, we're in our skate ready position, aim my feet out, start going. If you feel like you're gonna lose your balance, oh no, get low, resume activity. Eventually, you want those little baby steps to turn into a full-blown stride, all right, where you're pushing off from one foot into the other. So in order to achieve that stride, you have to press off of what we call your edges on your roller skates, all right? So you have 3 edges. You have your outer edges, your inner edges, and your center edges. What I'm doing is, if you see that my feet are angled like this, I'm pressing off of this outer edge over here on this side of my boot so that I can go this way. Then I'm pushing off of this edge to go this way. This creates a stride that you imagine when you think of somebody roller skating, where they're going like this. That's how they're doing it, all right? But a lot of people will often see that stride, and then they'll get out on the floor and they'll do this. And they'll walk on their roller skates and wonder why they're not rolling. You have to push off your edges and go like that. So the simplest way to practice this, wherever you are, create a T position with your feet like this. My feet are angled kind of like a T. I'm gonna lean on one foot and then press at a 90-degree angle into the other. That's the stride we're looking for, all right? We're not at a 90-degree angle whenever we angle our feet out like this in a V though. So we go here and then we go there. And that's how we achieve that stride on roller skates. Now, the next thing that we're gonna cover is crossing over. So I'm in my skate ready position. I'm gonna shift my body weight into this leg. I'm gonna cross over. I'm gonna shift my body weight again so I can step back out. If you're not shifting your body weight before you step, it's gonna be wobbly, it's gonna be unstable, and it's not gonna look smooth at all. It's gonna be ugly. You're not gonna like it. All right, so again, skate ready position. Shift your body weight to one side, cross over, shift your body weight to that front leg so that you can step back out. All right, once you can perform that decently, do it on repeat. Do it stationary. You don't have to roll yet. I'm doing it to the left right now. Then you can perform it to the right. Again, at this stage, we're getting comfortable simply picking up our feet because we're performing unfamiliar movements or maybe familiar movements with unfamiliar footwear, which are these roller skates, wheels underneath your feet. You got to find your balance whenever you're doing these things. All right, so do it going one way, do it going the other way, do it going back and forth. Okay. Once you start to feel good about doing it back and forth and constantly stepping stationary, then you can start rolling. All right, so I'm doing it in a straight line here. I'm crossing over, stepping out, crossing over, stepping out. All the moves, all the different points that I just made remain the same. All we changed is that we started rolling. And so I'm still gonna shift my weight, cross over, shift my weight again, and cross over and step out. Once you get comfortable doing it in a straight line, the next step is going to be using the crossover for what it's best for, which is going around turns, curve, right? So if you're at a roller skating rink, you've probably seen somebody do this where they're picking up their foot and stepping over their other leg in order to go around these curves, all right? This is how you perform the crossover technique. So like I said, practice it stationary first, then practice it straight line, then practice it in a curve. That's the safe progression as a beginner for you to learn how to cross over. At this point, it's probably time for me to teach you how to stop. I mean, I've given you plenty of gas. Now it's time to give you the brakes. All right. So whenever you're ready to stop, ready, scissor, stop. Drop that toe. Okay. Ready position. Scissor your feet like this. Drop your back toe. When you drop your back toe, I want you to make sure you've got plenty of your body weight on this front leg. It's about 80-20. All right, so most of my weight is here. You should be able to fully support your body weight on that front leg. You just touch the ground with that toe and let it drag behind you. That's how you perform a toe stop or a scissor stop using your toe stops. So if you're in rental skates or have got the big toe plug, this scissor stop is going to be best for you. Whether you have the big toe plug or the jam plug, a T-stop is going to be even better. That's going to be the next step up. All right, so the T-stop is going to be like this. Dragging your feet in that T position that we were talking about earlier. Okay? Simple way to practice this. T positioning your feet like this. Load up your weight on one leg. Push into the other. Drag that back foot sideways. We're just dragging these wheels across the ground. You just want to barely be grazing the ground, and you can apply more pressure as you decide to stop faster. Okay? You can just drag, drag, drag. Again, most of my weight is in that front leg, in that leading leg, right? So I'm here, I touch the ground, and then I press. I press more firmly in that back foot, and that's what allows me to stop faster and smoothly over time. few more things with that T-stop. If you feel like you go for the stop and you have one of these and you start curving, that's because you're leaning on your inside edge too much. On that inside edge too much, you need to lean to the outside edge. Being able to be on this base leg and wobble in and out between outside edge and outside edge, inside edge is gonna be how you keep your balance, right? So I would say focus on your outside edge, but if you start curving the other way a little too much, then you need to find that balance somewhere in between. Next is gonna be roller skating backwards, the moment we've all been waiting for. Everybody wants to learn how to skate backwards. So super simple. You just do what you did to go forward in reverse. Let me explain. Instead of feet going out, we're in our basic skate position and we're gonna turn our feet in to create an A frame, like an A shape, right? So it was a V before, now it's an A. I feel like I'm out here doing the YMCA dance, all right? Go and make an A with your feet and then start marching like this, side to side. Same thing. The most important part is that you maintain this angle, all right? If I don't maintain that angle with my feet, if I don't maintain that A, then watch what happens. I can step like this, but both of my feet are parallel. I'm not gonna go anywhere. Even if I try to walk, I'm still not rolling. This doesn't do anything for me, okay? So I need you to focus on holding this A-frame. That means when my feet are down on the ground, they're in the A. When I pick them up and put them down, again, they also land in an A-frame. If you don't do this, you're not gonna roll. I can't emphasize this enough. I see so many people, they're in the A-frame and they pick up their feet and then instantly they're like this and they're like, it's not working. That's why you have to stay in the A-frame, okay? So we're like this. Transferring that body weight side to side to get that backward stride. The other thing that's gonna happen is your feet are gonna get further apart from each other with each step that you take. So as I step, notice how my feet start to separate and then you end up here, about to do the splits, right? With each step you take, it's your responsibility to put your foot back down closer to your center. Don't let your feet go so far apart. Bring the foot back to the center with each step. Don't let it roll away. Control the skates. Don't let the skates control you. I know that's easier said than done as a beginner. It just feels like you're all over the place. So do your best, but that's how you skate backwards marching. You can also do bubbles if marching doesn't feel good for you. So this is what the bubbles look like. Keeping both feet on the ground, rolling my feet in and out. For a lot of people, this approach feels safer and better. For the other half of people, the marching feels better. It's all a preference thing, but both of them work really well. I'm keeping my weight in my toe whenever I'm doing that bubble, all right, that backwards bubble. I want you to press into your toe. Drag your heels like this. This is an exercise I want you to try standing in place, just wherever you are. I want you to feel how those back wheels in your heels are sliding across the ground. This is also a wheel texture thing. So again, if you have hard wheels, it'll slide across the ground easily. If you have soft wheels, then you might experience some skipping on the stops or some of these other things where you might experience some skipping in your wheels if you have soft wheels or if you're on a grippy, tight surface. So dragging those back wheels across the ground. We call this the windshield wiper technique. Think about a windshield wiper arm. The toes stay in place, the heels go side to side. Now try it with both feet, kicking your heels in and out. This is how you steer your bubble. Same thing for going forward, but the weight is in your heels instead. You can bubble forward, but when we're going backwards, the weight is in your toes, specifically the balls of your feet. Move your heels in and out like this. So you want to start from that A position, roll out, windshield wiper them in, and then pull your legs together. And then we go out, in, out, in, out, in. Keeping the weight in the balls of your feet. And the good thing about going backwards, if you keep the weight in the balls of your feet, then you fall facing forward. Okay, so you end up hitting the ground and you can kind of catch yourself with your hands and avoid injuring yourself. So try that and see how the backward skating goes for you. All right, and moving on to the last thing, how to turn around backwards or backwards facing forward. This is gonna be how to turn around. I would recommend using the eagle spread technique in order to turn around. So I'm gonna demonstrate what that looks like and then I'll give you the breakdown. So you can do this technique multiple ways. I'll give you a few. Whenever we're rolling, we're going to scissor our feet. I want you to take that front leg and roll it out. Roll it back like this. And you're going to notice that we're in this V position as we were earlier. We call this the eagle spread position, all right? This V, you're going to find yourself using a lot throughout roller skating, whether you're a beginner or advanced. Once you're here, you shift your weight to that back leg, and then you step, and now you're facing backwards. If you didn't lose all of your momentum, then that means you'll probably still be rolling backwards and you've completed the transition. Okay, so here's how it'll look. Foot in the front, rolls around, transfer that weight here, step, and now I'm going backwards, all right? There's a few other things that's going on in order to make this move happen. Number one, this back leg has most of my weight as this one rolls back. So my weight is still here. I'm still traveling forward as this one goes around. This one has all my weight. I transfer my weight here in order to be able to pick up this foot. This foot's already going backwards. So now we're here, pick it up, and now I'm going backwards. Leaning on your outside edges on your roller skates whenever you're doing this move, especially on that leading leg, is going to help you maintain a straight line and maintain your balance while you're doing it. If you're having a hard time getting around, I have some other options for you. I have two other options for you. You can pick up your feet and step into it, or you can use what we call the open book method. I'm going to go over the open book method first because that seems to be the most relevant for rolling around, and then I'll show you how to pick up your feet. So the open book method is we're still here. All the same things are going to happen, but we use our upper body to also do the movement. All right. So I'm going to open the book, close the book, open the book, close the book. And you can do that stepping into it or rolling around. All right. The good thing about the open book method is a few things. It involves your upper body. So you're twisting your torso, your waist, your chest, turning your head, because where your head goes, your body will follow. Okay. So you're incorporating your full body and committing your full body to the movement of turning around backwards or forward. So the open book method is great and a very safe way to learn how to turn around backwards. The other method is stepping into your eagle spread. So being able to pick up your foot, step, 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 and stepping directly into that position. For most of us, the flexibility to be able to do this is not an option. All right, so it's going to take you committing by turning your body in order to compensate for that lack of flexibility. And so what that looks like is if we were to practice this sitting still, I want you to put that weight on your outside edge, pick up your foot, turn your foot, your hip, and your body all at the same time in order to go all the way 180 and then bring your other foot around. Same thing back to front. You can do it both ways. That's how you perform the transition to turn around by stepping. So to recap, we went over what skates to get, how to fall, how to not fall, how to get back up, basic skate posture, how to skate forward, how to skate backwards, how to stop, how to cross over, and how to turn around. If you learned something new from this video, go ahead and drop a like, share it with a friend that you also want to go roller skating with, and make sure you subscribe to the page. Turn on those notification bells. We do long form and short form video tutorials so you can level up your roller skating skills. And if you want to join that online roller skating school, you can check the description for Legacy Skates, the online skate school, all of our links, our website, and make sure to follow us on social media platforms. You can actually just DM us school, SKOOL, on Instagram, and I'll send you a link so that you can join that online skate school. Until the next time, and I'll see you on the wood. Peace.